The open beta is finally here for Black Ops 7. I've been playing the early access for several days now, and I want to go ahead and give my honest thoughts and opinions and review over the multiplayer and, of course, the zombies, as I am primarily a zombies guy, but I do definitely want to touch on some multiplayer in this video here as well. Now, I realize I am just a small YouTube creator, and you're kind of sitting there wondering, why the hell do I care what this guy thinks about Black Ops 7?
Why should I care?
And my answer to that is because I'm just like you. I am just a normal average gamer. I am not exceptional at multiplayer. I am not exceptional at zombies.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
I am just a guy that truly enjoys playing Call of Duty. I'm a big zombies guy. I love zombies. Prior to that, I used to really enjoy multiplayer, Warzone, and those sorts of things. So today we're going to touch on everything that I have learned in my experience over the past 3 days here on this beta, what I like, what I don't like. I am going to give you my absolute honest opinion on everything. So the first thing that I do want to talk about and address is everybody saying this is just an expansion for Black Ops 6. It's not its own game. It's not its own unique game. And I certainly understand where that viewpoint comes from, especially in the community. You get back-to-back Black Ops games. We had the back-to-back Modern Warfare games, and it's just something that's been happening in recent Call of Duty, and the new ones are just kind of feeling like, you know, just expansions of the current game. So when it comes to the multiplayer specifically, in Black Ops 6, I hardly played the multiplayer. I played it a little bit, but I just didn't get into it. I didn't like the way it felt. I didn't like the way the maps, all these things were laid out. I just wasn't enjoying myself playing the Black Ops 6 multiplayer. When it comes to this Black Ops 7 beta, however, I have thoroughly, and I mean thoroughly, been enjoying the multiplayer aspect, and I am actually excited to play some multiplayer this season and to bring you some multiplayer content because I have been truly enjoying it. I like the way the sniping feels. I like the way the guns feel in this game. I do not, and this is my own personal opinion, I do not feel like this game feels like Black Ops 6 to me. Yes, it has the Omni movement, and yeah, I know things stay this, some things are the same, right? Other things have changed, but I'm just talking the overall feel of the game. When I hop into this game, I feel like I'm playing a Black Ops game. I didn't necessarily feel that with Black Ops 6, but I do feel it here in Black Ops 7. I feel like I am playing a Black Ops multiplayer, and I am really enjoying it. I like the little bit of a more futuristic. I am somebody who didn't play the futuristic Call of Duties. I didn't like the jetpacks, any of those things. I hated that. I didn't play those Call of Duties. With this, in Black Ops 7, with the way the movement is, the wall jumping, I think they have a really good balance with the wall jumping. It's not over the top, but it's something that's there that you can use to maneuver a little bit and to get around the map, and I think that they have balanced wall jumping very well in this game, and I think it's a good step between like just base boots on the ground movement versus advanced movement. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of it. It doesn't go far enough. Maybe we should have just added jetpacks, these sorts of things. I'm gonna be honest, if they added jetpacks, I wouldn't be playing it, right? Like, so this is me and my own personal opinion. I know a lot of people loved the jetpack era. I am not one of those. So I do think that the wall jumping is very balanced. I think the game feels unique to itself. And I think that that is the most important thing, at least to me, is that the game does feel unique to itself. The guns feel uniquely different. The gunplay itself feels pretty much the same, but I'm going to be all honesty, the last 15, 20 years of Call of Duty, however long it's been, I've hardly ever noticed much change in gunplay from game to game. It's Call of Duty at the end of the day. It's an arcade shooter, and a lot of things are generally going to feel the same. But as far as the aesthetic of the maps, I love the way they're laid out. I have one major gripe when it comes to the multiplayer, and a lot of people have been voicing this online as well. It was one of the first things I started complaining about. I absolutely hate the doors in the multiplayer, but they have started to address that, which is amazing. We'll kind of see which direction that they take that, but those automatic doors that you just gotta creep up to and just hope that Johnny Toot No Thumbs is not sitting on the other end just waiting to pick you off as soon as you got close to that door. But I do like to see that they are coming away from some of those things. And of course, we can't talk about multiplayer play without touching at least a little bit on skill-based matchmaking. They have put a playlist out in the beta, which is an open, which is basically saying there is no skill-based matchmaking in the game whatsoever. I have tried out that playlist, and honestly, I have not noticed much of a difference at all. Actually, I had probably some of my worst games in that playlist versus in the standard skill-based matchmaking playlist. While I definitely am on board with the way a lot of people feel about skill-based matchmaking in the video games, especially in Call of Duty itself, being as strict as it is, and how every game you just feel like you have to sweat. Most of the time when I'm playing a multiplayer, a Warzone, something like that, I'm already in it knowing that I'm going to have to sweat, so it doesn't bother me as much as it bothers a lot of people. But I'm definitely on board because you can't just kick back with your friends and relax and just play the game. And the skill-based matchmaking has been very strict here in BO7, which is something to expect, but that is definitely on the negative side. It's always going to be on the negative side. As long as it is a major factor in Call of Duty, it is always going to be in the negative aspect. I think the new overclock system that they're bringing in with the score streaks, I think that that is a huge W for them. Probably the best change that they have made from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7. So I really do enjoy that. And that is something that I would like to see carry on into future Call of Duties. I think one of the other things here with the BO7, and I don't know if they made changes to the aim assist on controller. I don't remember reading anything in specifically regarding that, but it kind of feels like the controller players don't have as much of an edge on me in those close range battles as they have in other Call of Duty titles. And to me, as a very probably slightly below average mouse and keyboard player, I've been playing mouse and key for so long, to be able to fight in those short range battles and not just necessarily get destroyed by controller players every single time is something that feels really good to me, and it's definitely a contributing factor as to why I am enjoying this beta the way I am. But when it comes to this multiplayer, like I said, I'm not here to shill one way or another. I don't care whether people want to mostly hate on a video game. I know there's a lot of hate for the Call of Duty franchise. I mean, Activision makes some really dumb, poor choices when it comes to the video games lately. It does feel like it's all about money all of the time with everything that they do. So I definitely understand why there is hate for Activision, Treyarch, all of those companies when they're making these games. But I don't care so much about all of that. If you want to just listen to somebody gripe about the game, I mean, Blame Truth, Nero Cinema, have at it. Those guys make the hate videos all day long. I just want to talk about my experience in the game. I'm enjoying the multiplayer. I hope it's something that I ultimately do enjoy and that I get a good amount of playtime in. I think it feels unique to itself, which is, to me, is the most important aspect. I don't think it feels the same as Black Ops 6. I know a lot of you are going to differ in that opinion, and that is absolutely okay. But the main thing I'm here to talk about is the zombies, and I got a lot to say about the beta in zombies, which it's awesome that we have a zombies beta. But yeah, let's talk about zombies. Okay, let's just go ahead and kick off the zombies here. But let me just say something completely controversial. I think them putting zombies in the beta was a terrible idea. And the reason that I'm saying that is not because I don't want to have zombies in the beta. I'm loving be able to play zombies in the beta. However, I think they really dropped the ball with it by just giving us this bit of survival and not giving us the entire full map to play on. I certainly understand why they wouldn't give us the entire full map. However, just playing the little bit of zombie survival that I've already played, I am already done playing zombie survival. I am already bored with zombie survival. It means absolutely nothing to me, and it's not something that I'm looking forward to in the game. It's not something outside of camo grinding that I am ever going to play in Black Ops 7. I mean, if you just want to hang around and shoot zombies, I mean, I guess go for it, but there's just nothing to it, right? Like, there is just nothing to this game mode whatsoever, and I'm already over it, right? They have given us so very little that we can actually use and enjoy here in the beta that I feel at the end of the day that it just wasn't worth it. We don't have access to any of the augments or anything along those lines. So we're just playing a game with some weapons that are very underpowered because you don't have the augments for the perks, which is what actually balances this game the way it needs to be balanced. I will say the map looks absolutely phenomenal and incredible, and I love it, and I cannot wait to play Ashes of the Damned when BO7 comes out. Now, my opinion on whether this game feels like an expansion of Black Ops 6 is completely different than the way I felt about multiplayer, because this very much does feel like an expansion of Black Ops 6 Zombies. We have the entire augment system that is coming over from BO6 into BO7, with most of those augments already researched and unlocked. Now, granted, each perk and everything is getting 2 additional augments, which is great. We'll now be able to equip 2 of the minor augments, which is great. So these are good changes, and they have made some positive changes to the game. But when it comes to zombies, it is definitely just feels like a balancing pass in a little bit of an expansion from Black Ops 6. The gameplay does not feel terribly different from one game to the other, right? From BO6 zombies to BO7 zombies feels very familiar. Like, I don't have the way I had in the multiplayer, where I kind of felt like I was playing its own unique game. I am not feeling that here in Zombies. It's awesome that on this map we have like these Ravengers here. We have these the Xursas, the zombie bears, which are cool. But those are just new enemy types, right? We got new enemy types back in Black Ops 6. So that is not anything new. And of course, we're getting a new map. So that is awesome. Some of the balancing changes. I love the way the Rampage Inducer feels in this game. You can run this up to like round 25, round 30, and it not be completely overwhelming. Doing so on Black Ops 6 Zombies, you would start to feel a little push there at like round 8 with that Rampage Inducer on, depending on whether or not you were playing solo or with a squad. So those are some pretty good changes. I do feel like I'm very money poor when I'm playing this game, but I think a lot of that just has to do with the fact that we don't have augments. Every weapon is just completely underpowered in this. I feel if you were going to give us a Zombies in a beta for the first time ever, why did you not at least give us the augments from Black Ops 6 to use in the beta? Even if you didn't want to give us the new augments, at least give us the old augments that we all already have unlocked. And at least then we could have got a little bit more of a feel for how this game was going to work. They also did not implement a lot of the changes that they said that they were going to make in this game. So for instance, upgrading to green rarity was supposed to cost 1,000 salvage, but it still only costs 500 salvage when you go to the arsenal machine. So that has not yet changed. Overall, the gameplay feels pretty solid, but again, it's just Black Ops 6. It's just another new map for Black Ops 6. It's just new enemies and new weapon types for Black Ops 6. And that is the way Zombies is 100% feeling to me, aside from those little changes that they made. Now, one of the power-ups there is going to be a random perk, which drop a little less frequently than a max ammo did back in BO6 Zombies. Now, I will say it does seem like max ammo spawn a little bit more frequently here in this game. I love that it now also refills your lethal and your tacticals, which is great. So if you have like the little Ravenger rounds and you got 2 Casimirs on you, go ahead and use the couple of Casimirs, because those little guys can be some fierce little bastards, because as soon as that round is over, you know you're going to get those 2 Casimirs back. And I think that's a good change. It's a good balancing change. Like I said, it's just a lot of balancing changes from BO6 to BO7, and not much new at all in the form of gameplay. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great year for Zombies. I think the cursed mode is going to be something that is probably pretty fun to play. It's definitely not the classic mode that everybody is hoping for. I don't think it was ever meant to be a classic mode. I already made a video talking about that. But I do think that that is a fun aspect that is coming to Zombies. But as far as the Zombies beta itself, I think it is a major L. I think it is one of the biggest L's Zombies has taken in a long time. And some of you haters of Modern Warfare Zombies might not like that statement, because you'll think that that was the biggest L Zombies has taken in a while. But if you were going to give us Zombies in the beta for the first time in history, they could have done us a lot better than they did us, because it doesn't get me excited for Black Ops 7 Zombies. It doesn't get me excited at all. I get to try out the new perk, but just the base version of it that doesn't really do a whole lot in the game. So what am I here for? Other than to go ahead and get burnt out on survival mode already before the game even launches? Why do we have it? We're not testing out anything in the game. You can't even balance any weapons around this because we don't have access to the augments. to what was the purpose of zombies in the beta. If this was what you were going to give us, Treyarch, you have to do better than this. We appreciate that. I appreciate the effort, and I know a lot of people are still super excited about this, but I feel like it's an L. Personally, feel like it is a major L because they didn't give us enough of the game for them to even make any changes to zombies based on the beta. And even on top of that, a lot of the quality of life changes that they said that they were going to make are not even in the game, right? So honestly, what was the point? If this was meant to get us excited for Black Ops 7 Zombies, this definitely, at least for me, was not the way to get me excited for Black Ops 7 Zombies. It was a great way to get me burnt out and really not enjoying the survival mode. I'm looking forward to it because it might make some camo grinding, might make some of my testing videos a little bit easier. So I guess thank you for the mode for that reason. But as far as a playable mode where I would want to hop in with myself or even with people from stream and just have a good time with, it's not really there, not for me. And we definitely needed more out of this beta. They can't really do anything with the game. They can't try to balance the Xursa out at all based on data from the beta here or the weapons. It's just not there. So yeah, for that, I'm calling the Zombies beta a major L. I think the multiplayer is looking pretty good. It actually has me a little excited. So I got a little bit of love, a little bit of hate there. But that's where I'm going to leave it. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Please let me know. Just please keep it respectful. This is just one man's opinion, one very humble man's opinion right here. And I appreciate y'all so much for watching. My name is Cole Whip, and I'm out.